Hello friends, namaste. Welcome all of you to my channel. Today let's discuss about the how to craft your research proposal before writing the thesis or dissertations. And that is the mandatory for the university level, whether that is academic research or the applied research. Now the question is about how we craft the research proposal. First of all, you have to understand about your interest, in which area you would like to do the research. By consulting your supervisors, that you have to decide about your research title, which needs to be specific, that could capture the overall scope of your study. Once you decide your research area or research topic, then the question is about the first part is we have to provide your background of the study, which provide the context to the problem statement. While writing the introduction part, it would be good to review the good paper, published research paper, and that could be your good reference point, friends. Then once you clarify your introductions part, then even in the proposal, the basic important point is for what reasons you are doing this research. That is the problem statement. Problem statement is all about the research issues that you would like to explore, whether from let's say the developed, emerging, if we say from the Nepali context, then you have to justify the reason behind doing this research also. Then you have to explain the research questions in the line of your research issues. Once you state the research questions, then next is about you have to mention your objective of the studies. But remember friends, that must be again in the line of your research questions. Your research question and the research objective should be proper aligned. Then you have to justify or explain the rationale of doing this research also. That is the importance of research. After that, you could do the depth literature review, but in proposal part, you have to just summarize the literatures which provide the foundations to your study. And that literature could be categorized into two parts. Let's see. First one is you have to review the theoretical literatures. Next one is your empirical work or the prior studies. Reason is that would provide you your foundation, your structure of your study. Like while constructing the building, we must have the good structure. Only then building will be well constructed. Similarly, for any study, you have to review the updated prior literature so that you could better contextualize your study. Then you have to summarize your literature. Remember friends, you have to cite the literatures properly. You are not entitled to copy any research. Like you're following your APO's 7th edition, American Psychological Association's 7th edition, you could follow for proper citation purpose. Now once you review the literatures, as I explained earlier, it provides the foundation to your study. Then other one is your research methods. Research methods, to get your research objective, we have to follow the standards research methods. Under research methods, basically you have to clarify like research design, like whether this is descriptive research, analytical research, what type of research design which provide you the roadmap to your study. once you clarify your research design, then you have to clarify your population and samples. Because without knowing the populations, you can't say that, yeah, your study would be based on the simple random sampling. There could be the other sampling methods also, like your convenient sampling. Under convenient, there would like your judgmental sampling, your stratified sampling, snowball sampling, etc. But you have to justify the reason behind choosing the sampling methods, for which you could review the published research papers. Then you have, based on which you could select your sample, which could represent your populations. Then you have to again clarify your study period and the methods of analysis parts. Problem is that in most of the cases, students, they bias with the research methods first. Better try to understand your research problems. And based on your research issues, we have to decide about the research methods. Sometimes in methods of analysis, we use the descriptive statistics, correlation analysis, regression techniques, structure equation modeling. It depends on your nature of research, friends. You cannot decide yourself, for which we have to review the literature, even to have the understanding of the methodological gap, so that you could justify why you are doing this research. Then you have to state your conceptual frameworks or model specifications, where you could clarify if that is your quantitative research methods, then your dependent, independent variables in the line of your literature review with the back of your literatures. After that, we have to state as per need the research hypothesis, which provide the clear direction to your research. Generally, you could state the either null hypothesis or alternative one. Again, hypothesis formulations, for hypothesis formulations, you have to go back to your literatures, the published paper. Theoretical, you must have a theoretical backup while formulating the hypothesis. Then you decide, you explain about your conceptual framework, where you clarify again the dependent, independent variables. Sometimes there might be the moderating variable, mediating variables. Okay. What about the variables of interest that you are going to use in your literature, in your research paper, or the, I would say, that's your proposal? That must be in the line of your literatures. You cannot choose randomly as per your interest. Okay. Then, as any research, there might be the limitation also. Then you can state your limitation as well. Apart from that, you have to include the references part even in the proposal. Now the question is about, in most of the cases, students ask about what should be your length of the research proposal. Generally, I used to say your proposal should not be more than 20 pages. It should lies between the 15 to 20. Here you are not going to share your whole story of your research. Basically, you are going to communicate what you are going to do in your research. Then your research committee, your supervisor will decide to what extent your research would be your doable, and then you have to incorporate your suggested comments also, friends. Then if your proposal accepted, then your research, you could continue towards your empirical analysis part. Then you provide your discussions, conclusions, and a critique of the research. Okay, friends? So before writing a research proposal, better review at least 5 base paper. There is no rule of reviewing the base, just 5. I would say the 5, and that could match your interest also. You cannot choose the title which you are not interested in doing research, friends. Okay, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share my channel also. Thank you for watching, all of you. Please take care.